And once again, we are right back with it with predators in the classroom. I don't know what number is this, like number 8 or 7, or probably way higher if I actually index properly. Anyway, welcome. I'm Jason of Auglitical. I swim through the politics and the relationships so you don't drown too. I am just a man just trying to bring common sense in a world where common sense isn't so common. Former New Jersey middle school teacher allegedly used her classroom and her car to have sex with one of her students. The hell is this? The perverse reasons female teachers are having sex with students. My eyes wander when I'm doing these things. I apologize. I hope. Let me see. Hello?
For a teacher to have sex with a
I gotta do it live. My thing is not even connected to my headset. My God. Doing it live. Here we go. Let's get it.
crime for a teacher to have sex with a child. We're seeing more women who are being arrested for these crimes. In the past, women were not arrested.
That's actually crazy. He said he came out and said some shit like that. They were arrested, but it was at such a low rate that it barely, you know what I'm saying? Whenever you heard about it, you always heard, dude, you've all heard the stupid fucking dudes. Damn, where was these teachers when I was in school? There were plenty. They probably were in your school and you were not aware of it. Because with the way that it's going, I believe that this entire thing was completely unreported. Now look at these three women. All three of these women are attractive women. I would bust all my Gogurt in these women. I don't understand. No, I mean, I do get it, but it's crazy because it's like they're falling in love with these young boys, right? And if you're like, women have red flags and a lot of people ignore it. Like, based on, I guess, how hot they are, dudes ignore red flags, or maybe they're not well equipped enough to know what a red flag is. There's multiple red flags, some of them jokingly, and yet if they add up, they add up. For example, if you're with a girl, she is in the medical field, that's a red flag. I ain't sitting there saying she cheating, but I'm sitting there saying that if you find out down the line, as soon as you break up with her, she's getting ping ponged by all of her also male colleagues at work, or it comes out, you know what I'm saying? Don't be surprised, right? If she loves to travel, red flag, right? These girls who like Korean boy bands, well, this is when you're younger, right? I believe that if I think it's a major 6 red flags, like the amusement park. If you are an adult and a grown ass woman after the age of 25 or whatever like this likes, boy bands and shit like this, like Korean boy bands, the way that they look super feminine and all of that shit to unrealistic standards for beauty and all of that shit, that's a massive red flag. Justin B, that's a massive red flag. Oh, she likes celebrities and she married to you or whatever like that, but she's in the lap of a celebrity and she's saying, oh, it's a one-time thing. Don't be that's a red flag. Massive red flags. These women, again, all attractive. They see these young boys and they don't see a difference between a grown man and a young. They don't see the difference because in their head, and this is just me talking. In their head, there is a ladder, there is a contest, right? That they, whichever way that they put it, whether it be status or genetics, maybe they're attractive and tall or whatever like that, whatever it is, that contest does not change from her being age, I don't know, 6 to 60. That contest does not change. And it doesn't matter what the age of the boy is. So when you got these teachers who are with these students, these young boys for so long, and I've noticed a lot of them are married. They're not unloved. They're not having sex. They're not having families. They have families. A lot of these women are in their 30s with families, and they still are going after these young boys. Still going after these young boys because none of it matters. It's like having a fucking cat. You guys ever had a cat? If you treat a cat, if a cat is on the street and you befriend a cat on the street, that cat follows you home and wants to stay home with you. It doesn't want to be on the street no more, right? But if you have a cat and it's always been home, every single time you open that door, what does that cat do? That cat runs right outside that door. I start viewing these women the same exact way. Women who have it, but they want to have a they want to relive their whole phase or whatever the fuck it is, right? Or women who have a whole phase, all of a sudden now they want to be saved. Their final form is a religious woman. It again. All of these women are married. All of them are having sex and falling in love with these young boys. Let's get it. Gorgeous fucking women. That doesn't mean that they're good people. Gorgeous fucking women all can get dick down, choosing young boys, choosing boys who, again, and I don't understand, why not just wait until they're 18? Why not play the long game? Women can be manipulated. Women by nature are manipulative. Women know how to play the fucking game.
It may very well be that this has been going on for a much longer period of time, but now that we're arresting the women, we're seeing this phenomenon.
This woman, Stephanie Peterson, is fucking gore in my eyes, personally. This woman is fucking. They're all well. Heather, hold on. Guilty of having sex with a student, 14. Accused of sex with student, 18. Accused of wait, hold on, dog. What do you? He's 18. Accused of sex with student, 15. Accused of sex with at least 8 students, Heather. The one who's the most, as the kids would say, most shopped, got 8 bodies. She's a menace, and I guarantee you it's way higher than that. It's just that the other person not snitched because he wait for her to come back out. Jetha Coswell, 31, accused of having sex with student, 14. Rebecca Gurgerel, 28, accused of having sex with 8th grader. Yo, these are all white women. I've seen Spanish and black women also in the mix, but it ain't the per capita game. Like, you know what I'm saying? If for some reason it seems to be these white women, again, and it's not to say any other group can't do it because all groups are doing it. It's all female teachers. But it's fucking crazy because when you look at it, they have everything that most women would want. And they still want more. Please don't zoom out no more. Why are you zooming out? Stop zooming out! Carrie Witt, 44, accused of having sex with students 16 and 6. So she's 44. She's fucking 16 and 19-year-olds. You know what? Maybe it's a power thing, right? You know how what's his name? What's his name? And he won't date a woman who's older than 25. It's a celebrity, and he's like allergic to women who are older than 25, 24. What is his name? And he's been doing it for fucking years. I forgot. I'm pretty sure there's multiple, right? Maybe it's a power thing, right? Maybe the people. I'm sorry, the people who are capable of doing it, maybe they do it. Maybe it's a power thing, right? As a teacher, believe it or not, teachers have power over these students. 44, 16 and 19. 25, had sex with 4 students. Jesse Goleen. Sean. Okay, so Shawnetta. I'm sorry, I didn't read these names properly. Shawnetta Reese, 40, right? Beautiful woman. Shawnetta sounds like a fucking crazy black name. That sounds like a crazy black name. And Catherine Papas, okay, that's Spanish. 25, accused of having sex with a student. Randy Zarinko, 32, accused of having sex with 2 female students. Well, there it is. So here's the thing. Have you noticed these female predators? It's very rare that they go only after women. They're going after young men, and they'll sit there and preach to you that you know what I'm saying? That what like they know, right? This is, man, listen. Don't sit there and let them preach to you that man, whatever. I'm leaving that alone. But I just find it funny that you would think that they would go after both. They know what they're attracted to, but they'll sit there and try to push that bullshit onto you. Okay.
These are women who are married. These are women who are dating. These are women who have children. These are women who may have been divorced, and they are trying to recreate something in their mind to bring them back to a childhood situation where they had their first sexual arousal and emotional arousal. Especially younger teachers who may be just 23 and may see the high school relationships with her students as not very different from what she had when she was trying to date and find passion in relationships. And often the boundary then gets lost between the teacher and the student. But you do have the authority of the teacher over the student. It's a very powerful one. The child may look adult, they may have fully developed genitals, but they are not equipped to deal emotionally with the relationship of falling in love or falling into sex with a teacher. All of the teachers I have been
That's a good angle. That's a great angle. These teachers, I never really thought about this. They're looking. It's possible that they can be looking at these fucking students and they're seeing what they had when they were younger. And again, but it has nothing to do with a teacher being young and seeing that. The mindset does not change from a young girl from 6 to 60. It does not change. It is still the same mindset. It is still wired in their head some type of fucking lottery. The guy could just have the best genetics or be the alpha of the fucking the group of boys that she's taking notice to. It's no different. And so when she's sitting there and she's spending a bunch of time around these people, she starts to pay it. She's probably paying attention to who he interacts with or the girls that he had as a girlfriend and all of these things. And again, by nature, manipulative, right? She starts pulling the strings. It is a power move. It is a thing of power. They do have power. They can make certain actions come. They can make certain actions come into reality at will. And then that's actually pretty fucking good. Now again, the thing that's so crazy is a lot of these stories, it's not just young fucking girls who these women be in their 40s, these women be in their 30s with everything that any normal woman would want. If they want to sit there and say that it's because the sex life died, and that's the reason why they're over here fucking in their car. Because again, when you were young, you're gonna have some of the best. Listen, this is gonna sound fucking crazy, right? Right? I hope the weirdos don't try to fucking recruit me because I ain't on your side. When you are a kid, some of the best experiences you could ever have is you figuring shit out and you play fighting, right? You play fighting with a girl and you end up catching, you know what I'm saying? Again, I was a fucking menace, right? If the wind blew the wrong way, right? I was ready to jackhammer whoever I was dealing with at the time, right? That and then as you get older, your body no longer functions the way because as we get older, we're no longer able to move around or exercise, and we're sitting here in these cubicles, and you start to get fucking out of shape and stress and all of this stupid shit. It happens, right? So I get it, right? A lot of these people, young, men or these women, they want to go back to a time where shit worked and shit was fun and shit was hot. But you can't go after these fucking students.
involved with. In my practice, their marriages ended, the children took sides, and people treated the teacher as a monster. Many of them get hospitalized psychiatrically or put on heavy medication. Many of these teachers are good teachers, and they're never going to practice again, and they have to give up their license to practice. It's horrible what people can do when a lust relationship becomes associated with attachment.
I don't know about them being good teachers. A good teacher doesn't fuck their students. Again, I give leeway. Shit happens. We're all listen. I'm never gonna sugarcoat shit, right? I've seen some girls who I found out they weren't 18, and I was like, oh shit. Oh hell nah. I didn't kill myself because I probably got aroused by them for a little bit, seeing them act the fool. But shit be crazy, right? Shit be if some fucking woman, right? Some woman in the deep recesses of her mind has some fucked up dream about some young boy or some shit like this. We're human. Listen. I had a dream I was fucking literally Mario from Super Mario 64 fighting Bowser, spinning him by his tail, trying to hit him on spikes. We're human. We all have these weird, fucked up, uh, dreams or shit like this, right? The thing that's so crazy about all of this though is like teachers aren't supposed to do that, and they should know better. And I don't think that they're good people. I don't think that they're good. They're not. No, I don't think they're good teachers. They're not good teachers. Period. And you go into a teaching field not to fucking fuck the students. And if you had any common sense, why not just wait until they're 18? A lot of these, you know what's the funniest thing about this? A lot of these fucking students be like 16 when they meet these teachers. And all the teacher has to do is wait 2 years and then do what women do when they want something. Ruthless aggression. We talking prototype John Cena. Just force their way and get what they want. And here's the thing. What are the chances that some young dude is gonna turn down unless this woman looks like a fucking wildebeest? Nine, like I would say a good 8 out of 10 times, the fucking teacher's gonna get what she wants. A woman's gonna get what she wants from a guy. It's not very often. Again, if I was a woman, dog, the shit that I would get away with, you don't even know. You don't even know. I'm talking OnlyFans. I'm showing feet, right? Man, you don't even know the shit I would do if and I don't get it because I don't think women are dumb. They're very selective in what they approve as reality, but don't think women are fucking stupid. And it's like I don't know, is it something about they just don't think that it's gonna catch up with them, or maybe even if it catches up with them, they can pretend to be a victim. Maybe they think that the reality of it is that they won't have to pay for their actions. I don't understand what the fuck is going on with these teachers because they're all getting caught. And even with them all getting caught, we're not even scratching the fucking the surface. Like this is not even the first layer. I guarantee you of this fucking onion of this epidemic of teachers falling in love with these goddamn students. It's not, and this is the thing. There are barriers. I know I tried to explain it and I kind of fucked it up the first time. Remember when I was talking to you guys about how when I was young, and they tried to skewer Donald Trump for talking about grabbing him by the pussy, and I was sitting there saying when I was young I was very fresh. I was just taking shit, but I wasn't taking shit on some rape shit. You have boys and girls being fresh playing shit like tag at recess. Right? If a boy liked the girl and a girl liked the girl a lot. And the thing is, it wasn't just the boys doing it. A lot of these girls initiated playing tag and grabbing privates and shit like this, right? And but the thing is, as a kid, right? You know, having sex with an adult is wrong. An adult should know not to fuck with a kid. A kid should know not to fuck with a baby. Does that make sense? I hope that does. We know what's right and wrong, and some of these people just they don't care or they don't think that they can get it. I don't know, whatever. A disgraced middle school teacher in New Jersey was arrested Thursday after her former student claimed she had sex with him in her car and even in her classroom. Ashley Fisher, 36, taught social studies at Orchard Valley Middle School in Washington Township, New Jersey from 2014 to 23. New Jersey 101.5 reported her purported victim, now an adult, alleged the pair had a sexual relationship while he was a pupil in 2021. The former pupil, however, didn't report it to police until early 2026. The outlet reported he told authorities that he had sex with Fisher multiple times, including sleeping with her inside her car and in the very classroom where she taught. This is not an unattractive woman. I don't get it. Investigators later discovered, and this is the thing, even if it was a woman who's not attractive, I still don't get it because it's not. It is infinitely easier for a woman to get laid than a guy. So it's not a physical thing, and I've said this before. Between a guy and a girl cheating is wrong. It is the ultimate betrayal in a relationship. However, a man cheating and a woman cheating are very different fucking things, and I think that is funny as hell because when a guy cheats, 8 out of 10 times, it's a physical thing. That's it. She probably had a nice set of titties on her, right? Probably had a good Megan Hall. I think Megan Hall has her OnlyFans, by the way. I don't know why I said that. Anyway, I think she does though. Anyway, probably got a good set of lips on her, right? Probably said all of the right shit, and you stressed out, right? When a woman fucking cheats, and they make up all of these excuses, it's actually worse. because a lot of times that women cheat, it's an emotional connection. Now, here's the thing. I don't know how that's going to hold up in the next 10, 15 years because now the roles between men and women are being swapped, right? Now the roles between men and women are being swapped. Now a lot of men are opting out of dating and all of this stuff, and you have women. Women are finally going to have to become the hunters. And women are not built to be hunters. They're built to the way that they build themselves as badasses as they claim the world or who runs the world girls. They passively want shit to come their way. Even down to flirting. They think that flirting is sending telepathic waves to the guy that they like. Right? This is why every girl that's ever had success dating me, they were extremely aggressive about it, right? And it's funny because I had a girl who was shy, who was aggressive, and that's the thing, right? When women want something, they become cutthroat about it. So, but I do think in the future things are going to get really bad. I don't understand why they're going after young boys. Investigators later discovered several text messages between Fischler and the victim, that corroborated some of the surreal details he described. The outlet reported. Fischler no longer works as a teacher in Washington Township and apparently left behind her teaching career altogether, school officials confirmed. After leaving Orchid Valley Middle School, she launched her own apparel company where she primarily designed unofficial merchandise for the, oh my God, I was about to say the pedophile Eagles. The Philadelphia pedophile Eagles. Imagine she got a whole pedophile Avengers team of Eagles. According to her business Facebook, this is not an ugly woman. She's not fat, right? It ain't like as though she's a flat board. Like she got some hip action. Again, I keep putting myself in the situation where I look at these women and I'm like, I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't get it. She also worked as a business administrator for a landscaping business in Sewell, New Jersey, according to her LinkedIn profile. Fissler was charged with 6 counts of first-degree assault of a minor, 1 count of second-degree endangerment of the welfare of a child, and 1 count of second-degree official conduct. The top charges carry a maximum of 20 years in prison. We know she's not going to serve that. With both second-degree charges carry a maximum of 10 years. Yo, dog, I guarantee she's going to get less than 4 years. She's probably going to get out in 2. We already know what it is. Last week, a married high school teacher in Washington State reportedly admitted to having sex with a 16-year-old student all over the school grounds, including inside a classroom closet and in the bushes. Hold up now. I guess you guys are getting the 2-for-1. I'm supporting you. Married teacher admits having sex. Married teacher admits having sex with 16-year-old student in school closet and even the bushes. A married teacher has admitted to having sex with a 16-year-old student, including 6 trysts in the classroom closet and even in the school bushes, according to court documents. Yep, this is exactly what I'm talking about, right? Have you guys ever noticed? It seems as though when guys get with girls or they get married, women will dry up the sex or whatever. Like, let's say if the guy wants to have sex, women hold sex as a bargaining chip, right? When a woman wants to have sex, you gotta have sex. When a guy wants to have sex, oh, I don't want to, oh, I'm busy, oh, I got something to do, X, Y, and Z, right? Having sex in the bushes, having sex in the closet, these are things that you hear that, and the first thing that you're probably thinking in your head, my dear viewer, you're thinking in your head, oh, yeah, she just, what the fuck? Like she's just a freak. My head is wired a little bit differently. I look at it as all the information that I've ever gathered, even the information we just got not even 8 minutes ago. I look at it like this. She's having sex in closets. She's having sex in bushes. Yeah, that sounds like the escapades of what we was doing when we were younger. I think that guy in the video, I didn't agree with everything, but I think that he was on to something about these women trying to rekindle shit that they were doing when they was younger. Because again, just like a cat, if you have a cat in the house, a woman that gets married, she has kids, she eventually wants to have a whole phase. If she didn't have a whole phase, a lot of women want to have a whole phase. A girl that I was talking to, The reason why I started this entire channel, the origins of this channel, there was a girl that I did like. I wanted to fuck. I did like her, but I wanted to fuck, but I did like her over wanting to fuck. And she pissed me off because she started doing a bunch of dumb shit. Originally, my channel was not a political channel. My channel was not a channel about relationships. My channel was about making fun of stupid people doing stupid things, and everybody sits there and we all laugh at the stupid people. And the thing is, I remember her sitting here and talking about she doesn't like feminists or some bullshit like this, but then she turned around and said she doesn't want to hear from a guy, me telling her slow down a little bit and watch yourself because you got to take care of yourself because men are always putting women down. Even though she had a gaming computer that was able to run the latest games that she liked to play, she had her own place, even if she had roommates, right? She had a car that her parents gifted her, right? She was in a relationship with a guy apparently, and like even and yo again, she was actually there was a guy that she broke up with because she said that he wasn't romantic enough. That was her reasoning. Had a job, was able to pay her rent or struggle, whatever, still even have her place. She broke up with the guy because he wasn't romantic enough. That was her reasoning. And later down the line, after she was letting other dudes hit, yes, letting other dudes hit, she said straight up, after the guy who she broke up with or whatever like this because he wasn't romantic enough, after he came back and said that they got engaged or some shit, she admitted to me later down the line that it would suck and she doesn't want to just not only have literally she doesn't want to only have that one dick that she fucked. And I'm like, oh, what do you mean? And mind you, it's actually funny now that I speak about this. That would make sense if that was the only guy she was ever with. But it didn't even cross my mind that this girl, in the 3 months that they were broken up before he doubled down and started trying to be romantic and all of this shit, which she got him back, even though she was claiming that men take everything from women, even though she apparently had all this power and had things her way. She sits there and she lets another dude bust his go-gurt in her that she knew treated her like shit, made out with another girl at a party, and messed with two other dudes on the side in 3 months. She messed with 4 people, and at the end of it, wrapped it all up and got engaged. I doubt they're married at this moment in time, which was like 5 years from now, 5 years or 6 years ago. But again, this sounds like the whole cat thing where if you have a cat in the house, the cat wants to run out. If you had a cat that always out, now it wants to be a traditional woman after having the whole thing. It's the craziest shit. Anyway, the married teacher has admitted to having sex with a 16-year-old student, including 6 trysts in the classroom closet and even in school bushes, according to court documents. Madeline Gregory, who was also a church youth leader, was arrested Monday just opposite of Sprague High School in Washington State, and both she and the boy admitted to the disturbing relationship, according to the court records obtained by the Spokesman Review. The boy's mom had first alerted police a day after Valentine's Day after finding twisted messages on her son's phone, allegedly including one from the obsessed 29-year-old teacher pleading, "I don't want to lose you." When the boy tried to end things, yes, this is how bad does it gotta be that the young boy wants to end things with a grown ass woman? But this is the thing. This is why it's so much worse. These teachers are falling in love with these fucking kids. And here's the thing. These grown ass men who are in relationships with these girls, right? Let's say they want to have sex and they want to continue to rekindle the fire. And then a girl will sit there and lie and say that, oh, the sex is dead, or the guy gets upset because the sex is dead. If the girl loves you and is into you, she will have sex in some bushes with you. You can have a woman who's an executive of something fuck you in a closet, have sex in the bushes, do shit that will get her in trouble. She won't care because it's fun and exciting. And you got these men, right, working these 9 to 5s, busting their ass, to provide for these women, and these women are holding sex as a bargaining chip. The boy's mom had first alerted police. Okay, so I read that. Doesn't look like an ugly woman to me. I haven't seen her face exactly. Are there any other pictures of this woman on this thing? Let me see. I don't see any other pictures. Okay. Let's see what we can find. Nope, nothing. Nothing comes up. Madeline Gregory, who's also a church youth leader. Did I read this? I read this. Okay. Cops reviewed surveillance footage that showed Gregory, who was also known as Madeline Schoon, regularly staying behind with the boy after hours, even though he had good grades. Oh yeah, he had some great grades. The record showed they were both seen going into a classroom closet for up to 45 minutes, where both admitted having sexual intercourse, according to the docs. Man, to be young and have that stamina again. Like for older people, for people who are getting up there in age, for you to do that, you gotta prepare. Man, we used to, again, dog. If the wind blew the wrong way on me, I was ready to go. I was if the wind blew slightly wrong, I was ready to go. I was ready to go. Right now, it takes about 5 heartbeats. It takes about 5 heartbeats for the blood to get circulated. Maybe it's just because I'm fucking fat now, right? But yo, real talk, right? Like, and this is why I tell you guys, for multiple reasons, you gotta be in shape, guys. Fellas, you gotta listen. Gotta be in shape. Yeah, start getting in shape to protect your life, to have a better life. Just do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it now. Do it. All right. They also admitted kissing and fondling each other in a gym closet. Yeah, boy. That's that foreplay. That's that foreplay. You know what it is? I wonder. It's when I was younger, I was always afraid of what foreplay meant. And now that I'm thinking about it, foreplay just means just how you were when you was young and you used to grab up on some chick. That's foreplay. That's fucking foreplay, right? When them titties came out and you that's what foreplay is. It has to be, right? Because again, I guarantee you, all of these teachers that do all of this they'll all sit there and claim that their sex life was dead or it wasn't exciting. She was looking for a spark, right? And this young motherfucker just wind blows the wrong way. He's just ready to go to town again. Man, the boy has seen Gregory's student. I'm sorry. The boy had been Gregory's student for 2 years, even becoming her physical education aide, but started spending more time with her in September, his mom told investigators. They spent time together after school, even on weekends, according to the mom, who grew suspicious at her son furiously texting someone into the night. These texts showed that the teacher opened up to the young teen about marital problems, mentioning a potential divorce. There it is. There it is. There it is. I forgot there was a story that I covered of one of these teachers that this woman had 2 marriages. And the guy was fucking loaded, and she was a teacher, and apparently she was saying that when she gets divorced, she's getting like $500,000 from the fucking dude, some fucked up shit. And she was saying this to this young boy that when that happens, she was gonna bless this young boy lovely. And this was, I think, if you look at my community post, you can see a picture where I'm sitting there talking about this woman, and which is crazy because it's another white woman. And this woman, phenomenal body, not ugly, married, talking to this young boy, talking about a divorce, and she's gonna give this young boy, they're gonna spend the rest of their lives together, in love with this young boy. She has it all already. Can't sit there and claim that it's financial fucking problems. She didn't have to listen. She didn't have to work as a teacher. She had 2 I may be wrong. It might have been 3, but I know she had 2 marriages. Who the fuck has 2 marriages? I'm pretty sure most people who are well off probably have 2 marriages, but me being me as a normal human being, that shit just sounds unsound to me. Like we just had a person get their car towed the other day, and let me read it out. So if your car is towed, um, after 72 hours, it costs us $17 per day. Apparently, I don't know what the drop means. I've never had a car towed on my own or whatever like this. The drop costs $62 plus 50 cents plus tax, and the release is 125. Right. So this woman had a car towed, and that car was there for over a week. She got the car out. She went right back to the place doing the same shit where her car was towed. She did not give a fuck. And it just makes me sit there and go, there are different brackets that you got to understand that once you have fuck you money to be like, fuck you, they don't care. They just don't care. Again, two marriages, two different places to have marriage. Man, listen. Crazy, stupid shit. I know it might sound awkward, but I don't want to lose you, she allegedly wrote. They also socialized away from school grounds. In December, they met in the Airway Heights Walmart parking lot before leaving together in her car, returning to the store more than 2 hours later. Yeah, they fucked. Um, According to the documents, Gregory allegedly ordered the boy not to date anyone from Sprague, a small city with under 600 people. Yeah, because she's in love. These women are in love. Again, I know I told you the story about this girl that I probably said this already. I don't know. There was a girl who I fancied. I believe I was 26. She was like 24, 25, probably 23. I don't remember. This was like 6 years ago as well. Probably a little bit longer, so probably 7 years. And we were talking, and she admitted that she likes the boy, the Korean boy bands, which is massive red flag. Um, and then she also admitted that she whenever she admitted when it came, like whenever it was something that interested her, it was young boys. And I caught on to it. And then she was telling me about basically she was going to go camping. And the oldest boy out of the three boys that were going to go camping was 18. The other one was going to be 17 or probably 16. Another one was 16. And the girl, it was her who, again, 20, 24, 20, 25, 23. Another girl who's going to be 19. And another girl who's probably going to be like fucking 23. And she admitted that one of the boys was attractive. Maybe I was younger. Maybe I was like 25. Maybe I'm getting it wrong. But probably she was 23. I was probably like 25. Again, she admitted that the boy that she was attracted to wasn't even an 18-year-old. Now they going camping together. Wrap your head around that shit. And doesn't see it as a fucking problem. Wrap your head around that shit. Anyway, the boy tried to end the relationship, but claimed Gregory threatened to kill herself. Yeah, she's in love. That's really what it is. That's really what it is. A lot of these women are falling in love, and they're warped, twisted individuals. And the crazy thing is, these people are having kids. These people are getting married. These people have the power to vote. These people, shit, be crazy. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.